Hey, welcome to Atomic Radio Hour, post-nuclear podcast. I'm your host, Vince.
I'm your spooky host, Declan.
Welcome to Monster Month?
Yeah, Monster Month. I'm really excited.
This was
I
your
kind of
idea.
had the idea. Yeah, I had the idea that for all of the month of October, we will do lore on some spookier sides of Fallout. So, particularly monsters.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't really do anything spectacular.
No, just kind of medium week.
Yeah, I've been writing some stuff, and I don't know. I was having a conversation with some friends and shit about different foods and shit, and like, how much White Castle do you sit down and eat at a time? Like, how much can you? If you sat down, like, how many sliders do you think you could put away at a time?
Oh, I mean, I've put away a case with you before.
If we split the case, fuck yeah, we'll split a case and then fucking go get more.
I mean, I can probably go to like 20.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I could probably fit away like 20, 22.
And I only really have it when I'm home because that's the closest one to where I'm at.
Yeah. And then we started talking like, how many apples do you think you could eat, and how many slices of pizza, and like, how many dumplings do you think I could eat?
You?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like 45.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say probably like 45.
Have you ever had the dumplings I make?
Yes.
You have.
Only once or twice, though. Because people don't go to your house.
That's a fucking old meme. Yeah, I didn't really have a crazy week at all.
No?
No. There's some things I want to talk about later on that are more like broad topic things. There was one that was like
of course.
a blast from the past that fucking blew out my ass. But I was like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
So let's just jump right into it. Let's just get right into this.
Let's go for it.
All right, let me get this pen out of the way. All right. So for the first creature of Monster Month, we have the Yaoguai. Now, the Yaoguai we touched upon a little bit in one of our earlier episodes. We have shit about just creatures and monsters and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But they are a species of American black bear named by the descendants of Chinese internment camp survivors, found in the Capitol Waste, the Zion Canyon, the island of Far Harbor, the Commonwealth, and in Appalachia. They are generally found alone, gentle, and they have a gentle and familiar bond towards other Yaoguai, and will attack other animals or creatures on sight, except they seem to be friendly towards bloatflies. And there's nothing in the series so far. Oh no, there is the giant honeybee monster, isn't there?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they attack those, because I thought maybe bloatflies were just
the closest thing to honeybees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, these motherfuckers give us honey.
We love that fucking honey.
Also, I get all my lore off of the Fallout .fandom.wiki, the Fallout wiki that's now, congratulations guys, Nukipedia is now with the Vault. It's two separate things that have come together, so...
Yeah, they've merged.
Yeah. They are large ursine, great fucking word, animals, zombie-like appearance, may be the ghoul equivalent to bears. Unlike ghouls, they are not sterile because they have cubs. Now, there are variants of Yaoguai. There's the plain old Yaoguai that's found in Fallout 3, Honest Hearts, Fallout 4, and 76. They are common as adults. There's Scavenger Yaoguai, which I do not remember ever seeing.
I don't remember those.
They are tamed and owned by scavengers for their companionship and protection. I don't ever remember seeing that.
In what game?
In 3.
Really?
But I don't ever... It might be like a
don't
DLC thing, but I was sitting there trying to think of like, where the fuck
like
was
a
there
Point
scavenger
Lookout
bear?
thing?
I think so, because there is a bear on... There's one Yaoguai on Point Lookout, or there's one unique on Point Lookout that's like a Russian dancing bear, like a circus bear. There's a Yaoguai that's an Honest Hearts, just a regular one. Let's see, what else do I have? There's the Great Yaoguai, who's just a giant Yaoguai.
A big old
stunned,
lad.
huge. A stunned one from 76, a shaggy one from 76 in Fallout 4, a scorched Yaoguai from 76. There's, I think this is Rizku. I don't know how to say this. I don't know if it's Russian or if it's supposed to be Chinese. Ruska, a unique found in Point Lookout. That's the dancing.
Rushka.
Yeah, the Russian bear. And then
I don't remember Point Lookout at all.
I remember some of it. I remember the house exploding and exploring, and it was really hard when I played it. But it's one of those that I really want to go back and re-experience because I remember it being fucking awesome.
I think it was like the first DLC that I ever played, so it just kind of got like shuffled into the back of my memory.
Really?
Like I just kind of remember like the murky atmosphere and the like the hicks that you had to kill.
I think it was the last one I played.
I just like don't remember anything about it.
Because I remember I only had Point Lookout, I had the Pit, Anchorage, and Broken Steel, and I didn't buy the two others, and Kyle gave me his, like, Game of the Year copy, and because I think he sold his Fallout 3 and then bought a used Game of the Year one, which had all the DLC on it, so he's like, hey, it's a separate disc, download this into your Xbox, and I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah, so that
I
way you got
downloaded
Zeta.
Yeah, and I did Zeta first. Because I was like, aliens.
Because of course, aliens are fucking cool. Space is awesome.
Yeah. There's also the Ghost of She. It's in Zion Canyon. It's a great size, and it's on fire, and it makes copies of itself.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I don't. You would think I would.
I mean, you didn't do a lot of the New Vegas DLC, so...
I didn't. I did one.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I haven't played New Vegas in a while. I've been working on a lot of shit.
You've got a lot of projects going on.
There's the Son of Fluffy, which is just fucking... Here's another reason why 76 just kind of like... It doesn't... I don't feel like it takes its fans very seriously. The Son of a Bear that was experimented on before the Great War by Dr. Frank. Dr. Frank what?
Dr. Frank.
Like whose last name is Frank?
Lisa?
I never thought I would ever hear a fucking Lisa Frank reference.
Well, here we are.
I never thought I'd ever hear this. Yeah, Dr. Frank, he's encountered in the Wild Appalachia expansion. In Mandarin, the Yaoguai translates as monster or demon. In Chinese mythology, a Yaoguai are usually physical manifestation of spirits of mistreated animals or fallen divine beasts or divine animals.
Ah, that's actually kind of cool.
There's one other thing. I thought I had it written down, but I don't. So let me jump onto the Johnson. There are hold on a second. In Fallout 4, there's Yaoguai, Sun Yaoguai, Shaggy Yaoguai, Glowing, Albino, Rabid, and Dusky.
That is a lot of Yaoguai.
Along with Ghoul and Irradiated. And yeah, I just want to make sure I got all of the types.
That's a shit ton.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I think they're really, really cool because I just think bear.
Yeah, I mean, of course, and bear.
I just think bears are cool-ass animals, and
I think
there's
my
one that's
favorite-
on fire.
My favorite is probably the ghoulish Yaoguai. I remember seeing one in Fallout 4 when I first got it, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, do you ever notice that about Bethesda games, that the bear is always, like, way more challenging than anything else in the game?
Yeah, right?
Like, I remember playing Skyrim being like, oh, I can kill dragons, no problem, but bears, ooh, that I'm scared of.
Fuck, yeah.
I think that's everything. You want to say anything?
No, I'm just excited about exploring more monsters this month. I'm gonna have like a custom thumbnail and like I'm going
have the
all out
music?
for Halloween. I'm still searching for the right one, but there will be some music.
Our boy Shanathan Iverson.
Yes.
Guys, let me know what you think about the microphone being here. It's on cam now. It's not a lot. I think it's kind of cool how it's like in the center. It helps me kind of frame out the shot a little better, I guess.
Mine's off to the side.
Yeah, I want to know what it because I was noticing that our mic pickups were a little weird, and last episode I had a lot of trouble with the audio.
And I think that's really interesting because when I was going through it on my pass, it sounded fine.
Really?
Yeah, it sounded completely fine.
Maybe I'm just being a fucking perfectionist.
There was one part that was weird because I had my audio source doubled for the piano.
Yeah, but that
And
was
there's like nothing you could do about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I mean, Yaoguai are obviously, like, they're a cool animal. There's one that... I like that when you do, like, what is it? Like a friendly build, if you take the animal friend perk, at, like, the highest level, you just can go up and just, like, pet the Yaoguai and just, like, chill. Like, they're not gonna fuck with you.
I've never taken that perk.
Really?
No, because I thought, like... By the time I hit max level, the only animal that's going to be a problem, really, or max level in the sense of, like, 50th, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Even if you can continue to level. I saw somebody was level 1,470-something or something like that on 76.
Jesus.
1,400!
That's a lot of level.
Yeah, that dude's like, I buy one game every 5 years, this better count, this better last.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, it was always like the only animal I pretty much will ever have to worry about is a Deathclaw. And I don't know if it takes care of Deathclaws or not. And I said, even if it does...
I don't think it does. I don't think Animal Friend takes care of Deathclaws.
Yeah, so...
I would venture as far as say maybe Mirelurk Queens, but...
Maybe?
They're a little tough.
Yeah.
I mean, by level 50, the Mirelurk Kings ain't shit, but the Queens are kind of tough.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's everything I have on the lore.
Cool.
What's the time looking like?
The time is looking like 20 minutes.
Cool. So, good news. We're at week 3.
Week 3 of...
And Borderlands is still fucking great.
Okay, I get it. We're just gonna have like dwindling returns for every week.
I was talking to Kyle last night. Last night I couldn't sleep, and that's a whole other story. I got fucking 4 hours of sleep, and then I went to work, and I was just like, "Oh, guys, I'm very tired." And then I wound up like taking a nap. But shh. I was talking to Kyle, and I was like, "Kyle, we got to go to the Outer Worlds." Midnight, and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. He's like, I have Xbox Game Pass and it's free on Game Pass. He's like, so
is it?
I'm gonna get the game for free, so I'm not gonna buy it.
I mean, you might as well go just to have fun, though.
Well, I said that to him, but he could play the game at 9.
That's also a fair critique.
So I asked a couple other people, but if I go alone, I go alone. Whatever, I'll make friends. You know
I mean, you can bring some other people. Like, you can bring your brother.
I could. I have to figure it out. I'm not worried about it. It's not for another month.
Yeah, right.
But Kyle's like, I hope Borderlands isn't ruining you. And I go, what do you mean? And he goes,
putting your expectations so high.
Yeah, and I was like, Kyle, I don't think it is, because I'm just excited. I said, I'm excited that I'm excited about games again. I said, it's not that I'm excited for the game itself, it's that I'm excited for the release of it.
Yeah, like you kind of got through your like stagnant period. Now you can kind of you can let loose and have fun again.
I'm kind of hoping like, and I'm like, dude, if this, I know it's not a Fallout game, but if it's kind of in the style of New Vegas,
it'll have the same heart.
If it has that charm,
yeah.
Because I'm not one for like space, which is weird because I'm not like a dirt. Because I think I was talking to you about it once. There's 2 types of sci-fi when it comes to space. I
think we talked about it on the show. Yeah.
There's dirty space, and then there's utopian space. Yep. And
there's flying trash and fully automated luxury gay space communism.
Oh. Yeah.
Speaking of that,
can you do that?
Yeah, I
can you
do that again.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know where you got all the assets from, and you know how it was done. So, yeah, I'll put a note for you to put that in. But yeah, put that in.
I do love fully automated luxury gay space communism. But fun thing, I forgot.
One more
that
time.
I did this
Say it
weekend.
one more time. Say it one more time.
Slow or fast?
Yes.
Fully automated luxury gay space communism.
You have to edit to that.
I know. It's gonna
Okay.
suck. But I'm my I do D&D every Wednesday, but I haven't been playing D&D. I've been playing Monster of the Week. It's a different system. But I just had the finale of that last week. So next week we're starting a new system. I have the book around here somewhere. It's a new system called Uncharted Worlds, and it is a space system.
Oh, cool.
And I'm super duper excited. I didn't want to do Shadowrun because it's kind of like beaten to the dirt, and I like games that are powered on the Apocalypse engine. So
You got to try the Star Wars one.
yeah, I think it looks really cool, but I'm also not
It's-
like a super duper like lore buff for Star Wars.
Neither am I, and it kind of let me play the game a little more fun, I guess, if that's not
That's
proper
fair.
English. But because I didn't know everything, it kind of let me ease into it because it was just like, okay, what does that mean? Instead of being like, no, the Potomac runs this way. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you're
I
right.
got I was getting Uncharted Worlds for the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks cool as shit.
send me a picture of it. I'll put a picture that isn't just on the camera.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah. So like the only thing was the kid who was DMing, which I don't know if he listens. He might.
Maybe.
He was DMing. I was like, I don't know everything about Star Wars. I was like, can I be a Wookiee that like I just want to be a Wookiee? And he's like, yeah, but you can't talk. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, Wookiees vocal cords.
You gotta go like. "Boo."
Well,
I can't
Wookiee
do
vocal.
that.
I was like, what if I was like a Wookiee servant and I learned English or Common or whatever? And he's like, no, Wookiees vocal cords do not allow them to make anything other than noise. And I was like,
mean-
ah,
Whatever you say, Jack.
yeah. So that was the only thing is I kind of was like trying to figure out like, what if I had my voice box removed and put in with a fucking like a droid voice box? Like, what if I talk like C-3PO? Let me see this.
Excellent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the art is really cool, and like throughout the pages of the book.
I'm a
There's-
big fan of Muslim espionage.
Are you?
Oh my god, look how cool he looks.
Yeah, he looks so fucking cool.
What did you think I meant when I said Muslim espionage?
I wasn't looking directly at the book at the time, so I was just like, you know what? I'm sure this has something to do with the book. But if you go through the book, you'll see like they've got art for different like weapons and shit like on the pages. So here's like a laser sniper and shit.
Oh, cool. Send me pictures to it. I'll put it in the episode.
Yeah, it's cool
Actually,
as
do me a
fuck.
favor. Do me a favor. Just put it in Host Lounge.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Because we should use that more.
you really should.
Yeah, I really like Muslim espionage. He looks awesome.
Yeah, the way this system works is when you're building characters, you don't pick a class. You pick two professions and then you blend them together.
Yo!
So yeah, it's really cool. So like you could be like an
gotta play
academic.
this.
Yeah, and it's really like easy to set up. So you could be like an academic and a scoundrel and be like someone who sells
shit.
information on the black market.
That's
Or
really cool. I
Or
really
you could
like
be
that.
like you could be like a what's the one called? Commerce and explorer. So that maybe you go out to like asteroids to find rare loot and then bring them back and sell it. Like it's really really cool how it works.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really neat.
I gotta be completely honest with you. I think I found that it's not that I don't not like D&D. I like D&D adjacent.
I think you would really like things that are powered by the apocalypse. Next time I'm home,
Yeah.
I'll run a one shot of either
Yeah.
Monster of the Week or Uncharted Worlds.
Well, I found a game that is dangerous. It's fucking there's a radio show. I listen to it as a pot. I illegally download it. And by I illegally
Gasp.
download it, I mean there's a dude on my podcast app who just uploads it for free, and you know what I mean? I'm not going to not listen.
Yeah, I mean,
So, I download, and it's a radio show, so it's like 3 hours of audio, right? And they play, I don't know if they do it once a week, or if they just done it a couple times. It's a game called Snake Oil.
Snake Oil?
Oh, dude.
Is that what the system is called?
No, the card game is called Snake Oil.
Oh.
So, it's by Hasbro. Like, it's a party game, but it's like marketed towards kids, but like anybody could play it. Dude, I'll put a picture of it. It looks like so much fucking fun.
I've actually seen this before.
Dude, there's one so say it's you, me, Kyle, and Steven, right?
Right.
Say we have to sell to Steven, and Steven turns out the example in the show was a zombie, right? So the one dude got you get like 2 cards, and one is like a noun. I think one is a noun and one is an adjective, or they're both nouns, and you have to like fuse them together. So the guy got silent brains, and he's like, "You're a zombie." He's like, "I know what you want. You want to eat in peace. Have a silent brain."
That's so funny. So you have to like try to sell things to other people based on their role.
Hell yeah!
That sounds so fun.
Dude, think about how much fun that would be with you, me, Kyle, and Steven.
Because we know each other so well.
Dude, imagine the 4 of us just yelling at each other in your kitchen.
I'm gonna add this to my Amazon wish list.
Dude, put Super Fight. Put fucking Super Fight. Put fucking Super Fight.
The only reason I'm not gonna put Super Fight is because my roommates have it.
Son.
I know. I haven't played it yet, but it looks really fun.
There was a time we were playing Super Fight, and it was like Willy Wonka versus... It was like an obese marching band inside of a giant hamster wheel.
I mean...
And I had Willy Wonka, and it was like... The kid was like... He was fighting for me to win. He's like, the fat kids are not going to harm Willy Wonka. That is their god. I was like, dude, you're making this hard. I was like, you're making this really fucking hard. Because then I was like, do I make him win? Like, how do I fight this?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever played Munchkins?
Yeah, it's okay. It's one of those games that I'll play for like 30 minutes, and then it's like, all right, I'm tired of kicking open doors.
Right. I like Munchkins a lot.
It's not that it's not fun. It's just... I really want to play Snake Oil.
This looks really, cool.
I just want to walk around and act like I'm fucking Nigel West Dickens and be like, oh... Fucking wear fake suspenders. My father owned this land on the land. Oh, how much Borderlands have you gotten into?
My camera just got out of focus for some reason.
What? Hey. What? It's all good. Don't worry. I trust you. What planet are you on?
Pandora.
Still? What level are you?
Only like 10. I haven't had a lot of time to play.
Son, I was playing with Kyle. It's sorry to jump back and forth, but I'm playing Flak. And I have the character built that every time I get a critical hit, I think it's like a 50% chance to put one more bullet in the clip, right?
Oh.
And not only that, but I also have a class mod that I maxed out the Viper skill tree, or the skill tree it's the orange one, Viper or 2-headed Viper or something. Every time I shoot any gun, there's a chance of an extra bullet coming out.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah, so I think it's at like a 50% chance or like a 30, because I found a fucking class mod that gave it a +2, so it's a 7 out of 5. It's ridiculous. Wow. So we're fighting a boss, and its weak spot is on his back. And I really like single-shot rifles. And I noticed I was playing all single-shot rifles, Jacobs, so they're all small clips but high damage.
Jacobs is my favorite weapon brand in Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. Revolvers and shotguns, but fucking listen to this. With my build, Torg rifles, right?
Really?
So, yeah, because...
Oh, because you get another explosive.
Because they're sticky. So listen to this. I'm sitting there fighting this boss, and it's a 20... I think it's a 26 or a 22 or a 24 round clip, right? Mm-hmm. The back of the bad guy was the entire critical hit zone. I shot at least 50-something critical hits onto its back, and then I reloaded, and then each one of those fucking critical hits exploded, and more than half of them were critical hits. And on top of that, I have it.
So you just got free money,
dude. It fucking melted bosses.
That's nuts, dude.
Dude, and it was like, and I was being like a dick the whole time. I was like, I'm only playing Jacobs. I'm a hunter. I'm only playing Jacobs. And then I'm like, okay, here's a tip: do not fucking use Malawan shotguns. They're
Malawan
awful.
Shotguns are bad.
Oh my god!
The only thing Malawan does good is SMGs.
Is SMGs, yes. Yeah. I picked up a shotgun because it was like 195 times 10. And I was like, and I'm like level 30, so I'm like, yes, please, and thank you. Yeah. And I'm trying to shoot it, and it's not shooting, so I'm holding down the trigger. You have to go, and it only goes like 25 feet. It's awful. It's like, it's so bad. It's the only time
For me, you have to get a Jacobs shotgun.
Yeah.
Because it goes off in a second.
Yeah. it's fucking, oh my god, dude, it's so good. It's so, and like, I was playing with Kyle. I was playing with Kyle, and Steven jumped in our little PlayStation party, and I haven't really seen Steven much lately, and he was like, "Are you enjoying something?" I was like, "Steven, shut your fucking mouth." All right, but speaking of him, there's something I wanted to bring up.
Sure.
I was laying in bed,
as you do,
thinking about Steven, and I called him, and he fucking said something to me about playing Xbox, and he goes, "Yeah, man, he was saying something about his brother. He goes, "I don't know if my brother even still has an Xbox Live Gold account." And I went, "What the fuck did you just say?" And he's like, "What, an Xbox Live Gold account?" I go, "Yeah, Steven, it hasn't been called an Xbox Live Gold account. And at least, no, it has, exactly. That's the same thing. It hasn't been called gold in at least the nom's amount of time.
Really?
Dude, it hasn't been called gold since like 2011, 2012.
Oops.
It's been just
I mean,
live.
you can tell I don't play Xbox.
No, I know, but it was just, like, and I didn't even think about it. Gold just went away. It was you had a silver account or a gold account, and it just became you had an Xbox Live account or you didn't. I was like, did you really? It was just one of those fucking, like, you just said gold.
Yeah, like, it just kind of it, like, snakes your way into your brain and you remember something.
Yeah, like, I started having, like, fucking Vietnam flashbacks to, like, oh, my gold ran out. Yeah, it was
Modern Warfare!
It was not, dude, Modern Warfare 2. Let me tell you about Modern Warfare 2 real quick, because you brought it up.
Go ahead.
My Xbox didn't read discs. I had a birthday party, right? This fucking breaks my heart when I think about it. My Xbox was so good to me. I moved it from my room to the living room, and I forget how old I was turning. And I loved the first DJ Hero. I fucking loved it. And they had a feature where you can just let all of the songs play during a party.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, so I was just gonna put that on, and I put DJ Hero in, and my Xbox didn't read the discs.
Oh,
and it happened in late November when my birthday is, and I didn't get it fixed until like halfway through December. So I missed out on... I played Modern Warfare 2 for maybe a few weeks, and then it went. And then even a few weeks, maybe a week or two, and then it went. Everybody was playing it. Christmas, people were fucking playing it. There was a whole thing where you had the...
Because like you would get a Christmas break at that point.
Yeah, I didn't have it over Christmas.
Oh,
I didn't, like... And
that's a middle school nightmare.
Dude, I think I was in, like, 8th grade, I want to say.
Yeah. So.
And, like, I remember getting it back, and, like, I think that's why I never bought DJ Hero 2, because I had, like, this weird, like, memory of it. But, fuck. Yeah, sorry, that was a weird tangent. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
For you. Not to get back into what we were talking about last week, but we didn't really touch upon this. Are simulations games or no?
No.
Because you brought up The Sims, and I was thinking about it when I was editing. I kind of thought of it as... You good?
I'm good.
Not all games or not all Sims are games, but all games are simulations. Like one of those weird...
It's a square rectangle situation.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, so not all simulations are games.
Yeah. Because The Sims I would consider a game, because it's not so much a simulation as it is a game. Like,
even
at
though
least
there's
now,
not like a hard objective, there is like mechanical goal, like small term goals.
Yeah, but I would
kind of like say like a city builder, like a Sim City. Like
that's more of a sim.
That's more.
I would say that's more of a sim, but
then,
also
like another simulation game, kind of like Civ. That's totally a game. That's a strategy simulator.
Yeah, but is Farm Simulator a sim? Did you know there's a competitive farm simulator?
Yeah, people are super into it.
Dude, Kyle told me about it at the midnight for Borderlands 3, and I went, stop fucking lying to me.
No,
I was like, that's
huge.
bullshit.
That and Train Sim
has a competitive scene.
Yeah, people are hardcore about Train Simulator and Farm Simulator. People are so into it.
That's fucking nutty.
See, I like simulation games, but I usually like ones that are kind of like top down. Like I like the Sims style. I'm a slut for a good city builder.
Every time you say that you're a slut for something, I'm always like, I have a recording of Declan saying he's
What?
a slut. Every time you say you're a slut, I kind of giggle because I'm like, I have a recording of Declan saying he's a slut.
I am. For a good city builder.
So, alright. Sorry, I'm a little like rapid fire because I had
No,
tea.
go ahead. Just like shoot. I just woke up, so I need that energy.
I realized I don't like what caffeine does to me. I'm not a fan. It's a drug. Caffeine's a drug.
Yeah.
And I don't like what it does to me. I had a Red Bull.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Well, I have a friend who works for Red Bull, right? And he's always telling me that he likes this product and that product. And he told me his favorite's the yellow one, the tropical.
I kind of like the yellow one, too.
It's really fucking tasty. And I was like,
my
you know
parents
what?
love the yellow one, and you know they hate
Really?
Red Bull. Yeah.
I didn't know they hate Red Bull.
Yeah, they're like super like energy drinks bad. But they really like the yellow one, yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Well, I got it, and I was up till fucking 2 a.m. yesterday, and I drank it at like 3. And when do I ever take caffeine in? I have tea once a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You only really have tea before we record, and like that's it.
Just to make sure that I'm not like, yeah, guys, it's just fucking...
Yeah. Because we already know you're tired, but...
Yeah, because I'm always tired. I'm 90. I was fucking yelling at kids all day with their skateboards and their low pants. But... words and things and stuff and such.
Exactly.
Wow, fucking brain. So I don't like what it does to me, and I'm starting to feel tired. Like I'm starting to feel the come down effects of the caffeine, and I had it at like 6 o'clock. So I know that at least, or the taurine, whatever's in it. I know at least tea I can get a couple hours out of, but I'm not up. But I want to talk about something. How much time we got, Declan?
We have approximately 20 minutes.
Cool. I want to talk about Steam going down.
I mean, I don't think it's going to take 20 minutes to talk about.
Well, I mean, it's not just like Steam went down, but no, it branches into other topics.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about it.
You fucking doofus. All right. So doofus is a fucking fun word.
It really is.
All right,
What's your wait? Hold on. Before tangent.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing to insult someone's intelligence? Your favorite phrasing?
I think trog. I think troglodyte.
Troglodyte's a good one. My favorite is smooth brain.
Yeah.
As to imply that there are not a lot of ripples on their cranium.
If I'm mad at somebody, I've noticed if I'm mad at somebody, I make lists. I'll be like, you fucking smooth-brained, troglodytical, fucking asshole of a human. Like, I'm just, and I'll sit there and I'll stutter and, like, think about it, because I really want to
fuck the horse you came
him.
here on.
Yeah, you fucking no pants, or no belt having, smooth brain living with, 2 hats for every fucking occasion having, futon sleeping, troglodytical fucking moron of a waste of human flesh. Fuck you. I don't know why. I'm a big fan of just making lists of like, I essentially make a resume of how shitty of a human they are. Here, I should do that. I should get really upset with somebody, not say anybody, and just be like, I wrote you a CV, and it's just like, eat ass.
Eat ass.
Where were we going? Oh, so Doofus.
Steam went down.
Steam goes down. I don't know how the fuck we got on that tangent. So Steam goes down. How do you feel about Steam going down? And I know it was only shortly. I didn't really look into it. I saw it on Twitter.
I mean, at work, I deal with things going down all the time. A lot of times, it's not even the company's like under their control. It's usually based on their web backend.
Yeah.
So, for example, like 40% of the internet is like hosted on Cloudflare. So if Cloudflare goes down, a lot of services get dropped. So it's honestly not surprising, and it's something that got fixed like super quick. So I'm honestly not surprised.
Okay, so here's my whole argument.
Sure.
Steam went down, and if you were playing a game, it kicked you off.
Oh,
even if it was a single-player game. From what I heard, I didn't test this out. From what I understand, it was kicking people off, even if it was a game like Fallout 3. If you're one of the 15 people out there that can run it today, it kicked a lot of people off. Stardew Valley has multiplayer. I'm trying to think of games that don't have multiplayer. Skyrim.
Yep.
If you're playing fucking Half-Life, it kicked you off. Because with Steam, you don't own those games.
I mean, you can launch them offline, but basically what probably happened was, because you could do like the overlay thing, like the shift tab, you know that thing? Mm-hmm. It was probably that thing not being able to handle the error properly and just threw an exe, like an exception.
Okay, even if let's just say, from the information we know, without trying to make excuses, right? Let's just say, from the information we know, Steam went down for whatever reason. I'm not saying it's Steam's fault. I'm not saying it's fucking Lizard Squad's fault. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it happened. Mm-hmm. Right? It was raining, and the internet went down. You know what I mean? It could have been anything.
Right.
You don't own those games in that moment. You pretty much pay a $60 rental fee one time. And this has happened before. It was a long, long time ago. I remember somebody saying, like, do I own my games? Do I not own my games? I've paid thousands of dollars on Steam, and I don't own these games, technically. Like, Good Old Games. Is it Good Old Game? What's the one that's like Russian sites that are selling, like, hacked codes?
Oh, isn't that like G4A or something?
I don't know. I remember in high school, a lot of kids were getting fucking keys off of that for cheap. But what I'm getting at is that, like, do you own these games? Here, hold on. Let me give you an example of something.
I mean, my opinion on the matter is that you own a license key. All PC content revolves around having a license key. Even if you have a physical version of the game, you still have a license that's involved with it.
I guess, but you always have something to fall back. Like, here, in my hand, I'm holding a bunch of PS4 games, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you know this, but some PS4 games, you can take the inside cover and turn them inside out, so they look nicer on a shelf.
Yeah.
So, like,
you can do that with Switch games, too.
Yeah. So, like, here's my Borderlands 3. Here's my Doom with the inverted cover. Like, I have Okami here. Here's Skyrim, my 9th copy of Skyrim. Like, I own these. Like, these are physical. Like, here's my game, open it up. Like, there's my fucking disc, right? Mm-hmm. But, like, if the PlayStation Network goes down, I can still play these. Like, I own these. And I don't think it's so much to even ask if, like I have a software for my drum machine, for my fucking sampling stuff.
Yeah.
That it's by a company called Yaoguai, and I heard that even you're supposed to get 3 downloads off of one key. And I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'll fix this later. I'll fix that later. You're supposed to get 3 downloads off of one key, but from what I understand, if you message them and say, like, hey, I've downloaded this before, I just bought another computer, like, I need to put it on there, they give you access to it.
Yeah, so, most companies will hook you up.
So I don't think that it's too much to ask if, like, hey, I have this disc, but say the disc broke, and you have evidence that you own the physical copy. If PlayStation were to bless you with a download code, like. But I still own it. And I've been listening to this one podcast. It's a PlayStation podcast called Sacred Symbols. And they talk about every week about how everything's eventually just going to come down to digital download. And I just don't see it. I see it and I don't. Because there's a group of people out there, like my dumbass, who fucking collects. Mm-hmm. And I like the physical, like... Yeah, it's cool that on your Spotify you have a bunch of albums downloaded and you have this vast knowledge and interest in a bunch of different music, but, like, if Spotify goes away tomorrow, what music do you actually have? You know what I mean?
Right. And I see what you're saying, yeah.
So, do you really think we'll ever get to the point where like, I don't think we'll ever, especially if Sony is making consoles, because I could see, and because I think they're already doing an Xbox that doesn't have a disc tray, right? Mm-hmm. But
Yeah,
as long as
Scarlet is not having a disc tray.
Really, I thought they were having a disc tray. I thought there was two models of it.
Oh, I mean, one of the models.
Oh, okay. Because I thought the one that's out now, there's a version now that doesn't have it, but whatever.
Yeah.
The point I'm getting at is, or do you think it's going to be that the only way to get a physical copy is a collector's edition?
I honestly am not too sure. I'm okay with buying digital. I kind of live a lot in the digital world. I'm okay with like buying licenses for things. So I'm not really too bothered by this. I do like to buy physical music for things that I want to like support the artist of. So that's something that I try to do. But with games, I have multiple systems that I play on. So having a license that I know I can redeem on multiple systems, that's important to me.
Here's something, not as like to cut you off or a counter argument, but this is something that I would like. Nintendo and Microsoft right now have like a weird partnership, right?
Yeah.
It's inevitable that I think it's inevitable that the three of them will come together. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to
the hardest cookie to crack is going to be Sony.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because they're the thing with Sony though, I think, is because they're not a video game company.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft
Sony's a media company.
Yeah, they make TVs and movies and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to see Super Mario on Xbox or on PlayStation, but I think we're going to see like what's considered first party exclusives and third party exclusives in a sense. So hear me out. It'll be a game that is like funded entirely by Microsoft or a Microsoft subsidiary.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Subsidiary. I guess
subsidiary.
It's up
Thank
to
you.
Pronunciation.
You'll see a company that Microsoft owns, like Obsidian is owned and Double Fine is owned, but Outer Worlds and Psychonauts 2 are both coming to everything.
Right.
So, which fucking Psychonauts is coming out. Psychonauts 2 is coming out. That's crazy. That shit's so good.
I know you're excited for that.
Oh my god. And fucking Last of Us 2, my man. February.
I know.
Also, by the time this comes out, The Last of Us 1 will be the PlayStation Plus game of the month. So,
really?
Get that shit if you don't already.
I already have it, so.
That shit's so... I called my brother, because before he had his PlayStation, he played every single difficulty of The Last of Us 1 on
so he must really like that game, then.
Dude, he must have got me so many trophies for The Last of Us 1. For the remastered, yeah. Like, he fucking played through it, and then he would watch other people play it. So I told him, and they just took the servers down, and The Last of Us is online is one of...
I've never played this online before.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so strategic. Like, you have to talk to people. Like, oh my god, you only have so many lives, and you have to get shit together. It's so... Like, it's a shame, and they're apparently putting out Last of Us 2. It's 2 discs.
2 discs?
It's 2 discs.
Wow.
It's rumored to be bigger than Red Dead 2.
So it's probably going to be over 100 gigabytes easily.
Yeah, I think Red Dead 2 was like 70, 80. But I think Kyle sent me like a press release they did. I think they're focusing on everything now, and then later on they might introduce multiplayer. Mm-hmm. It's so good. It's so fucking good. But I think it'll be like Obsidian is owned by Microsoft. They're going to make the game, but it's going to be everywhere.
Kind of like Studio MDHR, the people that made Cuphead.
Yes, because now it's on Switch.
Yeah.
And if they put it on PlayStation, I'd buy it so fucking fast. Because fucking Cuphead's an amazing game, and it would give me more reason to play my PlayStation. Yeah. And I played that game with a PlayStation controller anyway.
Yeah, I play all my PC games that I think are going to handle better on controller with a PlayStation controller.
I prefer.
I just prefer the
controller.
sticks together as opposed to like being off tilt. You know what I mean?
Fucking like wonky nipples. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story of wonky nipples?
Oh god, I don't know.
So I think what we're gonna see eventually is just third-party exclusives, and I don't have the best name for it, but third-party exclusives on every console. So you'll turn on your PlayStation, put a game in, and it'll be like, you'll see Xbox, like you'll see Microsoft.
Mm-hmm. So like more in-depth partnership, maybe.
Yeah, and I think cross-platform we have to get cross-platform going.
Crossplay at this point, it's important. It's important for games that are multiplayer. People on PC are always going to have the advantage with crossplay. That's the only thing. So I feel like a lot of consoles are going to do crossplay and then leave PC in the dust. Because you can't beat a mouse and keyboard. You really can't.
I don't like a mouse and keyboard. I just prefer a controller.
And like everyone has their preference. I personally prefer a controller for certain games, but like games that people play competitively, like PUBG and stuff, it's so much easier with a mouse and keyboard.
I guess I was watching a bunch of shit about like some guy was working on Halo that they're putting on the computer. They're putting on PC now, and he was playing a mode. He's like, "This is the way Halo should have been played from the beginning."
Yeah.
And Halo 1 is on PC.
But, like, the controls probably just weren't there yet, you know? What?
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to tell my thing to go away. But, yeah, I feel like crossplay is going to be really important going forward.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that it's important, but, like... I think it's, like, the bottom of the list of importances, in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But...
Like, for single-player games, it's a non-issue, but...
Yeah. And I don't think consoles will ever go out of style because it's just, like...
It's a convenience factor.
Yeah, and, like...
You know what I see becoming a really popular option? Stuff like Xbox Game Pass, PS Plus, Google Stadia.
I don't see Stadia. I don't. I really, genuinely don't see Stadia. I think Game Pass, where you can download the game... and, like, keep the game as long as you have Game Pass or whatever, or you get to keep so many games at a time, or you get to swap them out. Shit like that, yeah, because shit's expensive. That I see. But I think what it's going to come down to is shit like Game Pass, and then all these games are going to have these cosmetic microtransactions, which, whatever. But
which, they gotta keep the lights on. Games are the most expensive they've ever been to produce.
But as long as it's not pay to win, if it fucking here's a fucking button up shirt for $1, cool. Here's a $1.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy my game. I'm gonna buy my game for full price, and that's it. And if like Borderlands 3, when I bought it, I was like, I'm not gonna get the season pass. And then like, not yet. That's the thing.
Did.
That's the thing. I didn't have the money on me at the time. And it was just like, I'm going to get it because this is a game that I want. Like, when
the
Kyle's
content
done
is
playing,
worth it.
Because fucking there's a when you beat the game, there's a fucking unlimited horde mode called Mayhem mode. That alone is gonna bring me back.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? That
I know.
alone,
I know that you like waved mode.
Turn off my brain. Just mow through things and just get it done. And like, I hate that you can't do it until the end of the game. I want to just play it. Like, I just want to play that. So I don't know. And it's a really long game. Like, so far, I mean, it's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't beaten it.
And that's just like playing intermittently or playing like hardcore.
Playing like maybe 3 times a week if I'm lucky. I didn't play for at least a whole week. So I don't have the time like I used to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we're all busy.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know who the fuck I am, dude. I'm sounding positive about shit.
Good, let's keep the positive train going.
I think it's going to be. Don't get me wrong. I think we're a few bad moves away from 1983. I think there's a lot of people being taken advantage of still. And I think that there's a lot of gambling that is being pushed onto children, which is really wrong.
Yeah.
But I can see these things. Like, I think what it's going to come down to is big games like The Last of Us are going to be made every 6 years, and that's just going to be normal.
Some audio just got super fucked up.
What happened? Whose side? My side, your side?
Me. Hold on. It just got super loud. I know it's going to pick up. There we go. All right, everything's fine. Sorry. Continue.
I think it's just going to be that, like, if you like this series, it's going to take 6-7 years to come out. That's it. I think that's what it's going to come down to. And it's going to be like, it's not going to be how Ratchet and Clank on the PS2, there was a game that came out every year.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of practice is not feasible anymore because of how demanding it is to make.
I think it is and it isn't. If you're making games like Call of Duty where it's just
the same shit over and over again.
And FIFA, like okay, my brother's a big baseball fan, so I always get him MLB The Show, always, because the graphics are always beautiful. It's always the most updated roster. It's always like there's little shit like you can play an old Yankee Stadium.
That's so fucking cool.
That's so fucking cool. Like, he was like, "Hey, come play the show with me." I was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely." And it's going to be next month's PlayStation of the Month game, the show cool. 19. So I'm definitely getting it so we can play the show with each other. And what do you call it? Like, and he was like, "Come play with me." I was like, "All right, I'll play." And he picks a team that he's got fucking like Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, fucking. Damn. He's got every team, every great fucking player on his team that has ever played baseball, and I got the fucking Pirates. And we're playing an old Yankee Stadium, and I was so excited because I was like, I never thought I'd see the inside of the stadium again. I was like, I thought it was gone. I thought it was destroyed.
It must have been super nostalgic.
And like, I was so excited. I was like calling people. I was like, "Did you know you could play in fucking old Yankee Stadium?" And they're like, "Dude, I don't care." And I was like, "This is big for me." Like, and it was just a thing that I remember like going to the Bronx as a kid and playing. And I don't know how the fuck I got on this tangent, but okay, I buy him these games every year, and those are games that are going to come out. And those are, I heard something once that the only way the movie industry stays afloat is because of movies like The Avengers.
Yeah.
And
because they use that cash and capital to
pump it into other shit.
Yeah, other projects, yeah.
That makes me very sad. But
it's kind of the nature of the beast, and it sucks, but
if having fucking 2 FIFA games a year is going to keep fucking PlayStation alive, I guess what are we going to do, right?
Yeah, I guess that's you kind of do what you got to do, right?
I also don't want to fucking just say bah and lay down and die. You know what I mean?
Like, believe what you think is right, but also, like, understand the environment and the circumstances.
I gotta be a little bit of a fucking contrarian from time to time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I gotta fucking... I don't know. You know who's not a contrarian? Oh, I don't know. I don't know him personally. You know who's
Shane
a really
Ivers.
Nice fella? Yeah, thank you.
So, he made our super special intro music. It's probably going to be Skeleton Carnival. And it is for the month of October.
Shane, Mr. Ivers, Senior, if I can be so bold.
Yeah.
It's a fucking straight hitter, bro.
Yeah, everything he makes is heat. So we want to just
follow him. Follow him. Let me find his Twitter. Follow him on Twitter because he is also. He's always putting up. Little snippets. He's at Silverman Sound. Go follow him because if you want, like, this one's called Walk Happy. Heat. John Marston walking down a fucking dirt road. Absolute heat. You know what I mean? Like, he's the man.
If you want to get his great music, you can get it at www.silvermansounds.com/free music. This time it's /Skeleton Carnival.
Are you sure that's what we're going to go with?
Yes.
Is that on his Twitter?
No, but I was just looking at his spooky music earlier in the day.
Can you send it to me so I can hear it?
Sure. I'm going to put it in the lounge.
He makes just great music.
Yeah.
And it's all for free. He's just a good man.
Just a great.
He's a silver man. Hey, you got to make a fucking Lisa Frank joke.
You're right. I did get that Lisa Frank joke, and I the debt has been paid.
So okay, if
Follow
you're
us on social media.
Oh shit, yeah. There's links in the description below to the show itself. It's our Instagram. I think our Facebook is there. Oh shit, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter. I just remembered something. There's also our social media there. Hey guys, this is coming out on a Saturday, which means on Thursday, a video that I worked very, very hard on for like a month.
Oh, the video
has been out. I'm gonna say it because it should be out.
It should be out, yeah.
It's a top 10. I'm a fucking sucker for a top 10. WatchMojo like a motherfucker, and I know it's not. I know it's not like quality shit. Like number 10, or number 1, exactly what you thought it was gonna be. But like, there's just something so cathartic, I guess, so satisfying about watching Matthew Santoro cringe it up as he tells me fun facts about fucking serial killers. So,
right.
So I made one. It's there. I put a lot of work into it. I'm super proud of it. It's also taught me how to edit. And if you watch it, I was telling Declan, if you watch it, you can see like what parts I worked on first and what parts I worked on later, because my editing gets progressively better towards the end. So it starts off really stilted and shitty, and then at the end of it there's like minor animation and like also, shit actually like flows.
Another thing is, if you go back a few weeks on the show, you can see where Vince started to get good at editing. Because Vince has been working on this project for a while.
No, like a month, and working on these episodes weekly, especially when I get like a good amount of time to actually put effort into the editing more than
right.
Like I really feel like my editing has gotten better. But yeah, please go watch it. If you're watching us on YouTube, which I recommend because you can see us, you can see our other content. That's where it's the only place where Atomic Tabletop is on YouTube. But we're also everywhere where podcasts are sold. And if you go to YouTube or any podcasting directory, please throw us a like, throw us a sub, throw us a little review.
Tell your friends and family is the most important part.
Yeah, hold them at gunpoint and be like,
no,
listen.
Actually, don't do that yet.
No, I can't advocate for that. Don't do that. I didn't say that.
Don't hold them at gunpoint.
No. Nerf gunpoint.
That'd be blaster point.
Haha. So, yeah. We need to thank some beautiful, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people.
We have some of those.
We got a newcomer this week. Ooh. If you like the show, and you want to see it get a little bit bigger and a little bit better, you can throw us a couple bucks on Patreon. There's a bunch of tiers there. There's a bunch of rewards for it. You can go ahead and check it out. There's a link to it in the description below. This show will always be free. I'll never charge you anything to view the show.
I mean, once in a while, Vince will come to your house with a straw hat and ask for some shillings. But that's the only...
I'll be like, my father owned this. I need to name this character and like flesh him out because I've had Southern landowner on my mind for so long now. You could throw us a couple bucks if you want. It's not mandatory, but it helps us grow and make the show bigger and better. And we're going to have to pay our podcasting fee soon. Mm-hmm. And all the money that we've raised on Patreon will be going into that. So we have some people to thank. All right, so we got to thank some people. Jacqueline, you want to start it off?
I do. We have some wonderful folks. We have the reoccurring friendly companion Cube.
Thanks, Cube.
Thanks, Cube. Gonna be hitting you up soon for your shout out.
I'm fucking tired.
We have Noah.
Noah.
Usual.
What's up?
The man.
Homie. The man, the dude,
man.
The guy, the legend, the piece, the cream, the bob, the sleeve, you know.
And making a first-time appearance, we have Mason H. I'm not sure if you want your last name read, so I'm not gonna do it.
Thanks, Mason. Welcome
Mason.
to the family, my man. Yeah, I think that's everything, Declan.
I think that's everything. Thank you for joining our spooky October party.
The first of 4 more. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
See you later. Bye, I guess. I don't know. I say it every week, but editing these things are so goddamn hard.
I know, right? All right, I'm clicking the record button now, or the end record. Bye.
See you.
Atomic Radio Hour.